and Johnny mentioned on the desk is maybe you will see a little bit more of the Reinhardt out of South Korea, and that's really why you go with Mono as the tank. A nice pick there by Flower, but earlier in the fight, it's Kabaji taking out Saebyeolbe on the McCree.
This is Season 2, Season 3 kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Use this Hanzo to get a lot of damage down, to really wear away the shields of the enemy, and to get those picks. It's very much just a pick comp with a huge front line, even Saebyeolbe there on the McCree, and the Koreans are giving us something a little bit special to start this off.
And it's so interesting, right? You're so used to playing against the dive, you're focused about all strategizing against the dive. They bring out something like this, and teams just don't know how to react, right? They start to spread out a little bit more. It's a lot easier to take this first point.
And we may never know, Matt, whether this is just them playing something cheesy or something they've been thinking about. But if you're
going to get some damage, not going to take anybody out, though. As you see, he's going to get a scatter shot ready. Gets a lot of damage on the players of Austria. Now you're going to see South Korea start to push in. Everybody is just falling for Austria. Things could not be any worse.
This is unbelievable as well. Icky had a tactical visor, was shot down by Ryujehong in that fight. On the Ana, sitting in the backline, so much damage down to Icky. I was wondering how long it would take for this to come out. Actually, switch towards the Tracer, should I say, for Icky. Now Flower is at his volition just to get tons of free damage to the top side. Bionic Grenade frantically thrown at the rest of Austria to keep them alive through the grab, but it wasn't enough healing. What's Seven's purple? The Earth Shadow is just the icing on the cake now. Icky walks headfirst into an arrow from Flower. This is filthy.
And every team in the back is watching this, and they are now scared.
Flower needs to respect this to a degree, but Ryujehong doesn't. Sleep Dark connects.
The fact that he's able to do that cross map on a Widow, there's no fear from Jaehong. As you see Flower, he's going to be able to take out Icky there with a mine from Junkrat. And you see, just trapping them inside of this staircase, the Junkrat can cause so much damage. It's exactly like you said, Mitch, trying to force Austria into some close chokes and then spam those Junkrat nades through and cause a ton of chaos.
Austria
against the Junkrat, maybe you're able to make something happen. I think that would probably be the way to go.
Theoretically, yes, but Ryujehong probably just 4-taps you on Flower anyway. Look at that.
Well.
Remote one comes out. It's now going to fall down as well. And now Flower's chasing these kills, essentially. Reaper's in his way, but it doesn't matter. Flower happened to throw a grenade in here. And one of the few times in Overwatch history when a player teases a certain hero and actually refers to it by name and actually brings it out straight away.
It's just been dominance from South Korea at the beginning. You're going to see Icky. He's going to switch off the Widow, so he's going to go with Tracer. Try and apply a little pressure with the rest of his squad. Yeah, importantly, pressure on Mono. He's had a little bit too much freedom here. What Seven's got up, and the Graviton is going to be a 3-man pulse bomb from Saebyeolbe. Pretty comfortable there. Kabaji wasn't even in a position to get involved in that fight. He managed to pick off Zumba, and that was it. Saebyeolbe might be able to fill in for him next season, maybe get sick of that, wants another job. But Zumba's going to back away. He's about half on the grab, and now Austria having to place himself on the point to try and fight this one out. Zumba's going to get the nano boost there. He communicated that it was fully charged, so the damage was going to be a factor. The grab comes in, but no, Austria can't capitalize on it because Saebyeolbe takes down Kabaji before he can get those shots in. Well, South Korea is winning those other team fights over by the choke, and they're not having to use any support ults, right?
In that vulnerable state.
And this is going to be trouble for Austria because you do have the Graviton Surge ready for South Korea, and you have the Junkrat Tire as well. It's going to be a Death Blossom comes in from Kabaji and actually takes out Ryujehong in Flower's ultimate ability as well. But Zumba and the rest of South Korea, they clean up Austria, and that should be map number 1.
All done and dusted there. Pretty strong showing from South Korea. That might be a bit of an understatement there, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. The South Koreans do come out with that different kind of composition. Now, it seems as if the Austrian squad was prepared or willing at least to respond in time with some of these picks here, so but now we're getting closer to 50. With this Reinhardt, this Zarya, this Hanzo, you want to stand up close to the enemy team, get a lot of free damage from behind the shield, and make it hard to get encircled.
Oh, well, just think about what happens. I mean, right, they push in, scatter out, Jaehong throws down a nade, and you're in a lot of trouble. It's just filthy.
Oh no, this could be disgusting. Dragon Strike coming through. Flower already catches Itzeru out with a bit. Look at Uber Bingo, he's purple. He got Bionic Grenaded there as well. South Korea, a well-oiled machine, and we expect no less from them now. Sonic Arrow, just to see if there's any switches up here. This is about to get potentially depressing for Austrian fans.
Yeah, not good. I mean, you have coming up next, Zumba has that Graviton Surge. You have the Nano Boost if you want to use it, and Saebyeolbe, he does have that Tracer Pulse Bomb. So look to see Zumba and him buddy up, try and take out Austria before they can get even through this choke.
Kabaji's on the Tracer. He can flank from that position. You can get around behind Flower where he is. That's the Graviton. Kabaji trying to get to the back line now, but Saebyeolbe, it's a quick double with the Pulse Bomb, and Ryujehong is going to be there to help clean up, and that is a macabre scene if I've ever seen one.
It's like Kabaji is able to get around on the flank, but the rest of his teammates are stuck over at the doorway. It has not gone well for Austria at the beginning. But
and look at this.
Zumba, they give a lot of free charge, man.
He just keeps topping up his energy because he knows that Austria are going to try and poke him down. Because Austria are feeling behind in old economy. They want to get some of these ultimates going. And what's 7 wanted that Earth Shadow. Now he has it. And South Korea respect this. So they've identified something that gives them pause for thought. But that's a huge Earth Shadow. Oh, it's carnage. Manu with the charge in. The Fire Strike clean up Uber Bingo. And Sensonics was just left on his own there. Perfect positioning. stepped back, gave himself the sidelines.
I believe it was the sleep dart comes in, a bigger shatter.
Oh my. Flower picks the head off of Icky there as well. It's just like an apple 3 to 4 chances to get back in control. Kabaji only had 2 fights. First one he got grabbed, second one he got earth shattered, and Bob's your uncle.
Well, you just see as well, I mean, the first kill is going to go in favor of South Korea here. You see Toby, take out Kabaji, Lucio versus Tracer. But it's also that the ability that South Korea is able to win these fights once they get
Zunba and Mano. So Ryujehong backing off there, doesn't quite connect the sleep dart. Saebyeolbe's already found Itsu at the start of the fight. The strength of McCree is to pick off those squishy targets with big hitboxes from long distance. And the rest of the fight, of course, is going to snowball in South Korea's favor. Again, Austria have a maximum of 3 fights now to get some control. Kabaji making now. Saebyeolbe is going to have this flash ready. We'll see if he wants to get close. Not quite yet. Icky's already fallen though. The pickoffs are real.
Oh, and here comes the Dragon Blade. It's going to be Flower flying through one. Sees the Reaper waiting till he gets out of race form. Not able to take him out. Oh, there you go. Kabaji for the friendly hold.
The respect is so real. Kabaji's like, it would be an honor to get wrecked by you, Sir Flower. And he says, you do not deserve that honor. Come in. No ultimates to speak of. Maybe a sound barrier, but this could all be done. It's going to be the grab coming in. Earthshattering trying to get behind the shield. He did manage to do it, actually. Uber Bingo was laying on the ground. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far as Mano got very close to Kabaji.
Yeah, now you have Austria getting on the point here. Toby just going to run right through the Ryan shield. He's going to be able to take out Watt 7. You see the bar going down pretty quick. Everybody dead on Austria. That'll be a 2-0 here in map number 2 in favor of South Korea.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward cleanup here. And that obviously takes us to the halfway point in this series. That is not a big... Austria playing a dive composition, though, so they switched away from the right-hand Zarya. South Korea still have Zunba on that Zarya here, and they are just going to force their way through on towards Austria. They circle around, take the high ground, and Austria, again, just acquiesces and comes forward towards South Korea. Fights in this small space without an Anna, by the way. And Ryujehong just gets a huge body grenade, and the cleanup is real.
Yeah, it's a tough one. First point will go to South Korea very fast. You see some switches being made here from Austria. You'll have Icky go over to the Reaper. See if that works a little bit better as we go to the second point.
Okay, so Reaper, yeah, and perhaps a little bit of anti-Zunba here as well. It's okay if Zarya is shielded up just to try and burst that shield down and remove her as quickly as possible. So Icky will try and play up close to that. The composition, I'll be honest with you, is pretty weird from Austria. But now, EMP is laid down. South Korea without their abilities for the moment. And Manos now just has to back away a little bit, but Flower's doing the damage for him. He's down to 60 HP, and the man, the Houdini, of course, is going to get away. He even gets some healing there from Ryujehong. That should probably not have happened, but it is the getaway plan, and Mano knows exactly what he's doing.
And they just back off a little bit when the EMP comes in. They're able to sustain through it. Flower able to demech Diva, and they push right on in. It'll be attack visor coming in. There goes Sombra. South Korea on the point, getting very close to taking point B. There'll be a contest from Kabaji. The sound barrier comes in for South Korea. They should be able to hold on and take this.
And it's about stalling for as long as they can. Graviton Surge being used. Flower with 3 there behind the wall, of course, was Icky hiding up on that main pick.
That nano boost as well. Maybe you're able to get on the point and cause some commotion, make something happen.
Maybe they want to go for a Dragon Strike Graviton Surge combo as well. They might just want to try and break South Korea. Down with that, but Icky challenges out Saebyeolbe. He tries to go straight towards him. Is cut down in the process. Flower backs away. Almost has that Molten Core ready for his turret. He's waiting for that extra 1%. I don't know if he got it. No, he didn't get to use his Molten Core in that fight at all. His turret is taken down, but Mano's found 2 kills over on the point, and Zunba has his self-destruct.
Yeah, he was so close to getting the Molten Core, but believe it was Watt7 able to take out the turret. Here comes Austria getting on the point. They have a lot of ultimates. You see Zunba, he's going to use that Diva ult, try and push it down onto the point. He's going to come back in his mech, just putting in a lot of damage here onto Uber Bingo. You take out the Lucio, that's a big kill.
That's pretty big, yeah. I mean, Sonic's going down now. Watt7's going to be chased down and picked up, and one thing I want to point out here is that your mech as Diva counts as another entity in the game until it self-destructs after you've ejected from it. If you've ever trolled your teammates by, sort of nudging them slightly by moving your model and colliding with theirs and clipping on them in game, you can set that up with Diva like we just saw there from Zunba. Puts it on the edge, a couple nudges just like you would try and knock that Widowmaker off the ledge at the start of that quick play round, and it actually lets him sort of change the position of his self-destruct when people already expect it to be on the high ground.
Well, right. In the heat of the action, you see that self-destruct on top of that little platform. You're
so
like,
when you go underneath in the room, and you would have died if you'd been caught by that.
And it's going to be Flower with the Molten Core. The Graviton comes in from Austria. A few bullets to the face of Sensonics is all he needs.
He's nano boosted and has a Molten Core. This is unbelievable. Flower's just going to charge straight forward. He fights Seven and Kabaji.
What do you do?
What, nothing.
What
I mean, that is the 2017 Symmetra play that we saw from South Korea last year. So Flower's just playing whatever it feels like here in South Korea. It is definitely a display of power. There's 15 seconds left here for Austria to even get a scratch on this first point.
Austria, I mean, they push in, they get a nice Graviton, they trap him over by the Mega Health Pack, and they push in, they get Molten Core nano boosted down by Flower. You see he's hiding around the corner, trying to just pick one player off as they get a little bit too aggressive coming alone towards the point.
The fact that we're talking about, you know, crouching turret hitting Torbjorn is just a thing in itself. He found Icky as well. Bomb was dropped there. I think it was shielded out, so Ubingo's able to stay alive, but it doesn't matter. Austria weren't even on the point. Flower again featuring with another kill, and South Korea look as placid as you like.
Side of Austria, the Junkrat doing a phenomenal job putting down so much damage. You see that Rhine shield break in, the mine sending Zarya flying. Looks like Toby slept on the car here for South Korea. He's going to be able to get up with his life. But you see how low they have Wat7 in that corner. You think maybe his shield's dropped as well. He's in a tough spot.
Yeah, of course, because how can you keep your shield up when it's constantly being pummeled by Flower? You're taking so much damage every second, and you need to be far more judicious with it when you actually use that shield itself. He finds Flower, though. That's what Austria are trying to do with the Widowmaker, to pick off the Junkrat. But here, it might not win them the fight. Zumba's going to get nano boosted here. He's got a Graviton if he requires it, and South Korea won't be stopped here.
Yeah, it'll be kills coming in from South Korea. I thought that fight actually may have gone Austria's way at the beginning. South Korea just too strong. You see the nano boost come in, the Graviton surge as well. Then you know Saebyeolbe is back there as McCree. You're not trying to run into his flashbang, so really taking a lot of the lanes he can go in away from him.
Now Flower now just a lone man on the payload, but look at this. No, everyone's filtered into this small little gap, and Flower's going to drop a remote mine down. Point blank, he's more than happy to let the grenades go, because guess what? He's not affected by them anymore. He jumps over the Earth Shatter. I'm not sure what happened there. He seems to avoid most of the damage, and Flower continues his reign of terror. There's a heck of a lot of damage through there, and off-camera Saebyeolbe's getting the picks on Sensonics and Itero. This will be South Korea continuing on unhindered through this second phase.
They have had no answer for the Junkrat play of Flower. So you see South Korea just pushing on forward. Here comes the Deadeye. It's just popped for a little bit. Now he's going to have to back out. It was Kabaji putting a lot of pressure on Saebyeolbe, but you see everything in the feed going in favor of South Korea. Wat7 swinging his hammer. He's getting pushed back. No chance of him getting towards the payload. Boober Bingo, yep, you're going to fall as well. It's just so dominant, Mitch. So big kill there from Kabaji, taking out the Winston of South Korea. It's going to be the Graviton surge coming in, though. There's a lot of players stuck inside. It's going to be Saebyeolbe taking out two with the Deadeye. It's going to be a nano-boosted Zumba as well, putting down a ton of damage. He finds that support here. It's going to be Itzeru going down. And they know exactly where the Tracer's going. A big Earthshadow, though, coming out from Wat7. There'll be a barrier, though, keeping the teammates alive as the payload keeps on moving forward for South Korea.
Yeah, and that was Flower there letting off a point-blank Riptire damage ultimates to capitalize off that one. There will be another hold here in South Korea. Again, want to charge some ultimates. Flower has now made a respectful switch to the Soldier 76.
Yeah, and Icky uses his tac visor there. He's only able to get one kill with it, but it just pushes him so far back. That's where you really miss the D.Va to have that defense matrix push on through. And see Zumba, he's actually going to pop his Graviton. It'll be three players stuck inside it. They all fall. And now you think South Korea, they do such a good job, Mitch, extending these fights. It's a full team life in favor of South Korea. Now they're going to push on forward towards the Austria spawn. So right there, you thought Austria was going to be able to get another team fight win. They just kept backing up, backing up, backing up. Such a good job stalling that fight out.
There's one chance here for Austria to get to the payload. Kabaji has to try and throw himself at it there, and it just wasn't going to be enough.
The Bastion Reinhardt strat. At this point, you pull out just about anything, and see South Korea, they see the Bastion. They're going to back up a little bit. See if the nades from Flower can get anything done. Now they send the D.Va up to try and protect, so you have the D.Va defense matrix and the Rhine shield. It's a kill there on the Zumba. He pokes out a little bit too far, so Austria gets first blood in this first fight.
So I need to point out that all of Austria's healing resources being dedicated to Icky, and then when you get bionated like that, you've got two players that are, their main job is to heal up your Bastion, that are getting nothing done. Bastion is so susceptible to South Korea.
Yeah, D.Va flying in. It's going to be Sensonics eating that up, and you hear the Bastion ult coming through. We'll see if Austria can make something happen. It's going to be 2 kills with the D.Va bomb. Wat7 going to be able to get 1. But here comes another Earth Shatter out. It's going to be Wat7 knocking down 1. South Korea fighting back.
Yeah, you know what? The biggest part of that fight for Austria wasn't even the Bastion that got nano boosted. It was a D.Va bomb that was placed really nicely by Sensonics. His last couple minutes has been fantastic. With Saebyeolbe there, no fear. Happy to challenge down Itzeru even after he got by and grenaded. Now he'll chase for more. Look at that dink on Kabaji. Forces an instant recall.
And that's in that fight, Mitch. Now they're only down to the Mercy res. It's a nice flame strike there on a Watt 7, so you get the Rhine out of the way. I think maybe you switch off the Rhine. You know, when you have that Junkrat just putting down so much damage, there comes in the Mercy Res. You got to try something a little different.
Ooh, that Graviton not really connecting with where someone would have liked it. I think he tried to do it from up on the high ground there, but it didn't catch the people that just got rezzed up by Uber Bingo. Still, I mean, you know, it's by the by at this stage. This is aggressive positioning for him.
Trusted Widowmaker pick as he's able to take out Saebyeolbe, and it's going to be an Earth Shatter, and you just turn your head as soon as you saw that happen. It's not going to go well for Austria here, as the player is just trying to walk into the choke, getting caught up inside of it.
You can see Flower there as well, dealing with the flankers in the backline. Not normally the job of the Junkrat, but this time he's taken it upon his shoulders with aplomb. He has a Riptide ready, and this is going to be the explosive finale to this match that we all expect. You can see Kabachi doesn't even want to come forward. It's a zoning Riptide, and it actually does the job pretty well. South Korea have held pretty comfortably there on that first point on this map. Their goal, I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, there were children watching that game. And, you know, the sad reality of it is I hope parents at home had covered the eyes of those children so they didn't see what had took place.